All right, we are coming on the home stretch here, ladies and gentlemen. With his title, Constructing My NGA, my next great adventure, please welcome Zaden Voorhees. It was end of summer 2021, and I felt like the biggest loser imaginable. I had just come off the single worst summer of my life, and everything felt like such a battle and a waste of time. All summer I had struggled with friendships, motivation, vision. I wasn't confident, and I was broke. Something needed to change, and it needed to change soon. As I was starting to get a grasp, I needed to figure out how to use my talents and improve my lifestyle as well as my bank account throughout the school year. As I started to gain some traction, something unexpected happened. This amazing girl stepped into my life. Up until this point, I had not really given much thought into a future relationship, what I would want to do when I grew up, and basically all things adulting. But what grew to be a serious interest in this girl in the beginning of a relationship added exponential motivation to think more about what I needed to do next in life. I got a job working for a debt company and started earning money while I was still in school. This allowed me to learn new skills, new building construction techniques. The job was flexible enough to where I could pursue my passion for construction, make money, and still keep school as a highest priority. After a year of working for decks and pergolas, my senior year was approaching, and as I turned my focus towards finishing school at this home stretch, I stopped working for them so that I could get all of my on-site schoolwork here at Journey done by the end of the first semester, so that I could move into a full-time position with Aslan in January 2024. Aslan Corporation is a commercial construction company that my dad and grandpa started over 20 years ago, and this is where my next great adventure starts to take shape. My dad and his team have built a robust commercial construction company, expanding to include divisions such as plumbing, siding, roofing, wall systems, HVAC, and more, but largely for the commercial market. I hope to one day run a division in the residential market as a one-stop shop for any construction need within Aslan. I want to continue rising within the ranks, building my construction knowledge as well as my knowledge on business operations, and one day that will bring me to this point. Now you may be wondering, this is kind of a lot for a high school student to be working on and working towards, but I can assure you I can get this done. I've been exposed to and worked in construction since I could walk. I've been in more heavy equipment, handled more power tools, and been in more design meetings than pretty much anybody my age. But my own past experience and personal qualifications aren't even the biggest tools I have access to when I'm at Aslan. I'm surrounded by people who have been in these industries for decades and have all of the knowledge I could ever need. If I have the right people to support me, and as I pursue this next great adventure, I know I can go far. If you want to know how you as a community can help support me as I launch into this next great adventure, here's how. I'm asking for 3 things. First, as I seek to build my construction knowledge base, I need smaller scale projects that I can manage from start to finish. If you have anybody, or if you have a project or know anybody who would have a project that needs to be built, I would appreciate it if you send them my way. These projects should be appropriate for a commercial construction company, even if it is just a residential job. Second, creating value is something I've learned is essential, and just being able to create value within a situation or someone's life can lend to huge benefits all on its own. If you have experience in any sort of business modeling, operations, project management, or just a personal story, even general advice that can help point me in the direction of how to create value better within this role, I'd very much appreciate it. I'd love to be able to take you out to coffee if you feel like this request is speaking out to you, to hear whatever advice or counsel you have to offer. Third, my final ask is, you can't build anything without tools, and tools cost money. So I have personally invested nearly $1,000 of my own money into acquiring some of the more basic tools needed in the field. But as I venture into more commercial construction, I will need more tools. Currently, I have to borrow other people's tools and return them regularly. This is very inconvenient, as you may imagine, and so I do not always have what I need. For this reason, I'm asking for $1,500, which will help me purchase the additional tools that I lack and require. This will allow me to do my job better and fulfill my vision. What I promise to do in this next great adventure is to go after this with everything I've got, to do excellent work and to see things through to the end. I know that I know that this venture is a long-term endeavor and a goal that could take several years for things to come to fruition. I am committed to all the hard work necessary to bring me to this point. I would say that I have a very good history of doing excellent work and have a lot of people who can attest to that. And one of the several reasons that I think I can see myself paying it forward is by using some of these skills and tools I hope to acquire to help build this new school location. As most of you know, there's a lot of work that needs to be done to get this place up and running in less than a year now, and I plan on having a big hand in a lot of that. I would also like to someday lead a sort of builder's workshop for the learners at Journey Academy, similar to what you'd see at like a Home Depot or a Lowe's. That's all I have for you. I appreciate your time today. Thank you for anything you have that can move me forward into the future. I'm Zaden Voorhees. This is my next great adventure. Thank you.
So, Zaden, what was in reference to the hero's journey, where you're in your ordinary world and you have some sort of call to adventure, and you resist the call initially, you move down the circle of the hero's journey, you get to the bottom, the 6 o'clock hour, and the dragon or your biggest obstacle fear comes true, or it slays you. What was the 6 o'clock hour for you? And just
Like, what was my call to action?
no, the 6 o'clock hour where you were like, I don't know how I'm gonna keep doing this. I've got these things stacked up all around me. I don't know how I'm gonna get through this.
Yeah, I knew that I wanted to have a family someday, and I guess that the start of my relationship with my girlfriend is what kind of woke me up, and I was like, okay, dude, it's time to get your life together, because if you want to be married someday, you got to be able to financially, spiritually, mentally support a relationship. So I guess that's what kind of brought me to the point of needing to move forward, and then finishing high school was a big thing that brought me to wanting to step into Aslan and finish school early so that I could get started on this all that much sooner. So, yeah.
All right, any questions from our audience? Scott?
You mentioned several divisions within, maybe future divisions within Aslan. Is there one that gets you most excited?
Yeah, so I like building stuff a lot, and as I've had a small hand in designing and working in residential stuff, I just think that part of what I like doing the most is being able to create something that's super personal. Car washes are super cool. They're huge. The concepts are all the same, but the whole like washing an automobile specifically isn't something that I'm like as into, so I'm going to definitely keep doing what I need to do in Aslan, and then hopefully someday step into a role as head of a residential division and work on custom houses and such someday, hopefully.
Yes, sir?
Multifamily, custom houses, single family subdivisions, like what do you envision for that residential piece of the...
Yeah, I wouldn't say I have all of the specifics figured out yet. I'm mainly just focused on getting to that point. I'm sure that I will be able to land on specifically something to specialize in building. But I'd say within the custom homes, something like that, and then using the siding, roofing, electrical, plumbing divisions that Aslan has to help bring all of that together. Someday would be kind of how I think that would work out.
Yeah, yes, ma'am. Go ahead. We'll do that last one.
What scope of projects are you looking for? Like, when we say, small jobs here and there, like, are you talking bathrooms? Are you talking, what are you?
What kind of projects are you talking about? Looking for?
Yeah, it's a very good question. Likely something, as I said, projects that would be appropriate for a commercial construction company. So if like you need someone to snake your toilet or something, that's probably not what we're looking to do. We need it to be on the larger scale on that end. I wouldn't be able to tell you exactly what that would be, but if it's like a basement remodel or something like that. Even if I'm not specifically the one doing the work, we have plumbing divisions, and we have a lot of people revolving Aslan that I can help facilitate in that as well. And it's mainly just to give me experience with, bidding, takeoffs, facilitating subcontractors, things like that, even if it's not me doing the hands-on work myself. So I guess it would be mainly me talking with the COO and CEO of the company to figure out specifically what those jobs would look like. But yeah.
Awesome. Let's give it up for Zaden Gordon.